right, here we are at the Outback Motor Speedway, the end of the World 100, our two-day event. Got to really thank the Bearded Buck and Danny Wilson for bringing that sponsorship on. We couldn't put this on without these great sponsorships. This man here, he's leading the points. You had to take all the money from the Dream. You pulled out the World. You said you wanted this one. You got this big globe. One heck of a race. It was switched on you. Junior Cooper, you was running the other week, and Alan was chasing you, and you made one mistake and lost that one. But now you had to chase Alan down for this and get this one. But heck of a run.
Yeah, shoot, the first the 8 segments, I went pretty good, and he was right there. So then the second segment thing that I had some trouble, and I was surprised I was still leading it after that. And then third one went pretty good, and he was still right there. So he must have had some trouble too in the middle section. So it's a good race. We was sat right there the whole time.
Yeah, you both ended up on the same lap. I almost thought you made that mistake again. You kind of got that one little wreck there with about starting into that segment. You just passed him, you lost it, got back to get one of your laps back, but then I was hoping you wasn't going to lose your cool, but you run him right back down. But yeah, it was a hard run. That's what we wanted. It's hard to believe after 480 laps it'd come down, you'd be on the same lap.
Yeah, that was close. I didn't think I was going to get it after that middle section, but I held on. Yeah, I'm sweating too.
All right, man. Well, you got everybody wanting your chassis this year, and you're, you're having the best year you ever had. Here you was used to complaints. I don't like this track, but I'm just going to come here and run. Now it's got to be getting special to you. Yeah,
it's a hard track. It takes a while to get used to. And, after you practice, I guess you get better. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, congratulations.
All right, thanks. And thanks, Bearded Buck and Danny Wilson. Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy, so thanks.
All right, All right, here we are back at the Outback Motor Speedway for the World 100, and here's the man we got to thank, be able to put this event on. Great to have our sponsors here. Hope you've seen a good race. First time you've been here where we did this lights out introduction and did the racing under the lights. What do you think?
Well, last year I came here and it was impressive for a regular show. You guys took it to a whole nother level. The World 100 being brought to you by the Bearded Buck, it's just an honor for us to be a part of it. Our hunting show's coming out in 2017. We're going to be on the air in July. Don't know the exact time frame and dates yet, but be sure to go to our Facebook page, The Bearded Buck. And but it's just it's an honor and a privilege to be a part of this. You and I have a history together. We sponsored you guys when you were racing. We come out here last year, and I put it in the back of my mind. I was like, I want to be a part of this somehow, and the opportunity came up to be a part of the World 100, and what that really means to a lot of people is tremendous. And not only for us to be a part of it, but Outback Motor Speedway to be a part of that is impressive. And congratulations to Junior on a big win. That was a close race. Him and Alan Sagi battled it out hard there, and it come down to the last lap, and that was impressive. And what's cool about this is you see some young drivers as well. Devin Kaiser, he looked really good tonight, and a couple other guys looked really good. So this type of racing is inexpensive to a certain degree. Compared to dirt late models or pure stocks, it's a lot cheaper. And you guys have a top-notch facility, and I'm impressed. And I want to stay a part of this, through the Bearded Buck. And thank you so much for having us.
Again, we can't thank you enough. Seriously, these are big events. 2-day shows. Puts a lot to take on. 30 racers in here, a tremendous car count, and then to have a race like that at the end. But we can't thank you enough.
Well, thank you. To put this in perspective, race fans, Alan Sagi said it best. He goes, this qualifying, you only get 8 cars on the feature event. This is like having 80 cars to compete for a 24-car field. So the competition is fierce. It's tight, and sometimes you come down to just inches to qualify into the feature. And, Junior walks away with $400. And, the Bearded Buck, we're just proud to be a part of. Thank you so much, Tim. We appreciate it.
Well, again, I can't thank you enough, and thank Bearded Buck, and hope we can continue this because it's great sponsors like you that we really do appreciate.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, here we are back at the World 100, and I told Junior, this is Alan Saggy, a strong second. You couldn't get no stronger. Same lap. I told Junior, I said it was a flip. You was chasing him. He made that mistake. He was chasing you. He was waiting for a mistake. The mistake never came, but somehow he just a lane choice. He was coming too hard, and you just couldn't hold him off. You did everything you could, but 480 laps and come down, you both on the same lap. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe, isn't it? We're both on the same straightaway. I chased Junior like a rabid dog, and then he flipped the coin on me, and he was chasing me like a rabid dog. But like you said, I was on the outside lane there at the finish. He was up underneath. I ran as hard as I could, and I knew he was coming, and my only cards to play was not to make a mistake. And I ran the whole 480 laps. I was off once. I got collected in a little jingle there, which I really didn't even lose too much time on that. So we did all we could. Hats off to Junior. He did a fine job. The guy deserved to win.
Yeah, I told him, I said he got that one wreck right in that last segment that I thought might be the kicker because you all was going each rotation. You was just right there. But it pulled him back a little bit closer to you, but he still was able to get you.
Yeah, I looked up at the scoring monitor, and I could see his lap times were a little faster than mine. He was just a little quicker than me all night. I kept digging and trying to get a little here, a little there, and not wishing him any bad luck, but I thought if he makes a little mistake, I might be okay. But, no regrets. We did all we could do. I wouldn't do anything any different. In fact, when Junior was up underneath on me there a couple times, I blipped and left him go. We always race together good. It's no big deal. That don't make the difference at the end either. It's a lot better than coming off and having a crash. But you put on a heck of a show this weekend. I think everybody here had a good time. The guys from New Mexico, great guys. Glad to see them come in. I know they had a good time, along with my buddy Marty Riley from Ohio. Always glad to see Marty come down. It's a real nice deal.
Well, we appreciate it. And, Danny Wilson, he said he wants to be a part of this for a while, so we should bring him back. And it's just great to have these great sponsors and good event. And this lights out introduction is something else, I believe.
Yeah, I talked to a couple people that were here tonight for the first time, and they just couldn't believe what all went on here. And I tell everybody, you got to see it to believe it. You can describe it, and a little bit of it sticks. They might get 25% of the, retaining of what you're telling them, but the seeing's believing. But again, I got to thank my car owner, Joe Shiflett. He's not here with me again tonight. I think he found $150 this afternoon. I wouldn't be out if he's up in Martinsburg in one of them nightclubs this evening. They kind of got a little pole in the middle of the room. I got a feeling that's where because I heard the bank, they called me and they wanted to know if I knew this guy. Said he'd come in there wanting a bunch of ones. I don't know why he wanted to do that, but hey, whatever floats his boat. And I also got to thank Don Davis from Hitman Chassis. We run his cars, and car was good, And but congratulations to Junior.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot, and good run.
Thank you.
All right, here we are back at the Outback Motor Speedway. Third place finisher, Brent Hoddle. Again, we cannot thank the Bearded Buck and Danny Wilson enough. It's great to put on these shows. I know you really wanted that globe, but you was good. You was third best out of 30. You can't be dissatisfied too much, but Junior and Alan put on a show.
Oh, yeah, they did. I sat over there right before and thought about changing tires and talked myself out of it. And if I could hit the reset button, I'd have a different set of tires on, and I was way too free. I could bust sideways at any moment. But them guys was putting on a show. I was just third place car. I think I was a solid third. I think I was above. I had a good cushion to fourth. But it is what it is. We'll re-rack them and try again next week. there's next year. I'll come fighting for it again next year. But I'm just happy to qualify. I was lucky enough to qualify last night, so I didn't have to fool with worrying about it tonight. I could just concentrate on the other cars I'm helping out because, Scott running one of my cars, and he finished 4th, which is another good run for the team. So, all in all, 30 racers, it's tough. It is absolutely tough out here. I invite anybody to come out here and try it. It's a whole different beast, Thank everything you do, and Denny and Deb and Johnny and Tabby back there. I want to thank Danny. Pretty cool having him sponsor this race. I think he's been putting on a lot of footage, so I'll be interested to see what he's doing with all his video and pictures. I want to welcome them guys from all the way from New Mexico and Ohio. I'll make that trek. That's a trek to come out here, but it's cool getting to race with them guys, and just it's been a fun weekend. It's been a good weekend. Everybody's having good. Got 2 more races to run. I think they're going to be some good ones too. Let's see what we do. Try again next year and fight for it a little more. I'm happy to be on this podium for these podium finishes, but man, I want to win. This is getting old.
All right, man. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on.
We've had some visitors here for this World 100. This is the shortest of the main out-of-town travelers. We're going to get the crazy ones in here in a minute, but still 6.5, 7 hours. We really appreciate you coming down here. It really says something for what I've put on here. First time, you've been here a few times, but this is the first time you've been here for this Lights Out introduction and stuff. What do you think of that?
It was great, Tim. I mean, it was over the top. I didn't expect nothing like this. I mean, you need to improve next year, though, with more ideas, but no, it was great. The people are great. The sponsor, loved the sponsor. He was outstanding in that, nice guy.
All right, well, you say you're coming down for our Lucas race. We hope to see you again, and safe travels going home.
I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you.
All right. Marty Rowley, thank you.
On the road again, going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again, like a band.
All right, here we are at the World 100. Now we're going to start getting into my crazy travelers. Jeff Davis here. He'd been here one time before, really liked it, but he flew here that time, got to rent a car, flew back home. This crazy man here come 1,967 miles, 1,165 miles in one day. Yeah. You don't know how it makes me feel that you guys would come that far just to race at my track.
Hey, I came out here in 2014 for the Freedom Race and had a great time. We learned a lot, and it definitely helped our program back home. And I've told everybody, man, you guys got to go out there. You got to go out there to see it and appreciate it. And I was lucky to bring a couple of my buddies, Rick and Mike, and we had a good time. And I told them, I said, if we're going to go, we're going to go. I said, we're going to leave it. We left Bloomfield, New Mexico at 2:30 in the morning. And that first night we drove 1,160 miles, and we just made it east of Memphis, Tennessee. We stayed the night, and we stayed in a hotel that looked like somebody built a small block Chevy in the bathroom. It was a nasty one. But anyways, then we got back on the road the next morning, drove another 800 miles, total 1,967 miles. We learned some more we're going to take back, and it'll help our program, not just on the cars, but how to run a program. And so it's great, and hopefully we can come back hopefully soon, but like I said, and thank you for all your help for, the times I've called you and whatnot, and how you've helped us, and and we're out there in the middle of nowhere. We ain't got no other, we're kind of by ourselves, and so big shout out to you guys and for helping us to get to where we're at. So, but anyways, I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we're going to send you back. You're going to have all kinds of ideas after you've seen this Lights Out introduction and my disco lights, and so you all have a safe trip back.
Yeah, we will. We will appreciate it, and like I said, thank you for opening the doors and welcoming us, and hopefully we'll be back sooner than later. So, appreciate it.
All right, man, Jeff. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
Here we are back at the Outback Motor Speedway, World 100. This is my second Crazy Traveler. Same thing from Aztec, New Mexico. Rick McDonald, you own Rosie's slot cars out there. You have your own slot car track.
Yes, sir.
I know you think you're probably going to go back with some ideas now.
I promise you we're going back with ideas. This was a great time. We all had a good time. We were schooled. Definitely we were schooled. We learned a lot. We shared a lot. Met some great people. Had some fun. It was just a great time. Absolutely a great time.
I told you, it really makes me proud that you guys would think enough to ride as far as you all did to come here. So the least we could do is open up the doors and welcome you. And hey, you even made some of these non-qualifier races, so it wasn't a wasted trip.
Yes, sir. No, it wasn't a wasted trip at all. We had a great time racing on the track. We like this track. It's going to be an awful lot of fun for us in the future. We hope to come back. Our intention is to come back. If nothing else, we'd love to have you come visit us sometime. Ever make it out west? Yeah, ever make it out west? That's for sure. But yeah, it was a great time, and thank you. You've got a great show. Anybody that has the opportunity to come and watch a race here, they need to come and at least watch. If you think you got your driving skills up, come on down. They will school you. I promise you. It was awesome.
All right, man. Well, we thank you for the compliments, and you make sure you have a safe trip home.
Thank you.
Here's the last of my three musketeers from Aztec, New Mexico. We got Mike Farley, and I told them it really means a lot to me that you all thought enough of my place to come that far. I hope you all had a good time, and hope you learned some stuff that might help you all up at your all's track.
I learned a lot of stuff. How much it'll help me, I don't know. It might have me so messed up I don't even know where the slot car track, which when I came out here, I probably had the worst week. But I come out here, I had a great week. I had lots of fun out here, met a whole bunch of new friends, tons of ideas. We're going to try to do a track similar to this. We'll never be able to emulate this, but you guys do a great job. I don't know if I can ever be on the same planet as the drivers that just drove at St. Main, but that's what everybody's goal is.
Yeah, I told Jeff he's seen it one time, but you all seen it. When we get to that A main, them guys put on a show. There ain't no doubt about that. They ran 4 or 5 segments without any wrecks, and just it's running so nonstop, it's almost mind-boggling.
Yes, sir. I mean, there wasn't very many track calls at all. I mean, I think I counted maybe 12 yellow. I mean, if you count them as yellows, maybe 12, not more than a dozen. And then that's 3 segments. Sheesh, about almost 40 total segments. So that's less than 1 every 2 segments. So absolutely great job.
Well, I appreciate it, and I told them you make sure y'all have a safe trip home. I want to thank you for some of that chili you brought me. I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to let you know what it costs.
I believe it's a beginning of a long relationship between what we have out there and what you guys out here. And I thanks for all your hospitality, and hopefully I'll be back again. I at least got it. The first time off the bucket list is off, so I was glad I came.
Well, I told them the door's open here and my phone's open, so anything I can do to help you guys, don't even hesitate to call me.
And we'll try to bring some to the table. We'll probably won't bring near as much, but we'll try to chip in what we can.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Take it in, but don't look down. I'm on top of the world.